Well, hello YouTube. Fix It Chris, 123 go. Today I'm going to show you guys just how to change your kerosene heater wick with a brand new one. Stay tuned, guys. Listen, I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers. I've got a year to get 1,000 subscribers. I think I have maybe 29. I need 4,000 watch hours. I don't know if that's from you guys or if that's from me. I'm doing a lot of work trying to put videos together for you guys. I need your all's help. So if you would please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and please comment. If you guys have any video ideas or ways that I can make things better, please comment. Thank you all. Okay, some things you're going to need is either a Phillips head screwdriver or a drill. You need a chuck too with the Phillips bit on it. Some good lighting, and you're going to need the wick. Okay, you also, in order to get a wick, you're going to need to know the model number to get the right one. I so happen to know the model number of this and what size wick I need. I actually painted it to try to clean it up. We've got 2 of these, but this thing's way too big for our house, and we got to cut it off when it gets 80 degrees in here, and it sucks up so much kerosene. So we're going to go back to this with a new wick, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. And also some good gloves. This is clean compared to what it was when we first got this heater, but I would recommend gloves. First, you're going to take out these top screws. There's 2 of them. Are easier to lift this from in here, and just kind of sit everything aside. You want to go ahead and take this globe off. Be very careful, and do not put your fingers on that glass, because your oil from your fingers will bust that glass once it gets hot again. So do not touch that, and it's very fragile. And if you do touch it, it's okay. Just wash it before you put it back in there, burning it. There's 2 screws down here, all the way at the bottom. This is the basic principles of it. Try to keep all your screws together. I think a couple of these are replacement screws where I didn't keep them together the first time and lost a few of them. Keep all the screws right here in their own separate pile. There's 4 at this point. I'm gonna take the knob off because this take this open and lift it. You have to take it open or it won't come loose. And then open it all the way and then just lift it up and then it'll come right out of there. And then we're gonna take this piece out. First you gotta get it unhooked from up here, and up here there's 2 little tabs, one here and one here. They're stuck up in the body of the heater and here, and then you just lift that up, pull it out. You got a bolt back here, it's a wing nut. You wanna unscrew it. Okay, and then lift off this panel. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Let's get you guys some better light. Can you see better? Now what you want to do is, this is where your batteries go to your igniter. Your igniter goes right here. Okay, that's going to get replaced as well. So then you just unhook these. You just want to kind of remember where they were. It's not a big deal if you can't remember it. And then you want to lift this up. Okay, now what you need to do is you'll be able to take this where the knob was and pull it straight out. And what it's going to do is it's going to turn to the left, so keep a hold of it. Don't let it go crazy, because there's a spring inside there that may break. And then you want to kind of want to twist this off, twist this whole housing off. But this thing here sits in this groove right here, and there's teeth inside of here. So without this pulled out, this cannot come up. Pull this wick up, let it sit here for a minute. Kind of give it a little while to fall down to the bottom of that wick, so you can push what kerosene's left in it out. Wrench it like a rag. Then once you got most of it off, go ahead and pull it on up. Fold your wick in like that on one side. So you want to kind of put it on that edge right there and just squeeze that kerosene out of there. To take the new wick. You guys can do this. Don't be intimidated. You can do this. You don't go out and buy a new kerosene heater because yours isn't burning right. So you can do this yourself. Wick instructions don't say anything about what you need to take apart on the heater. You got burnt stuff up here. It's gonna slow your wick down from going up and down like it's supposed to. So I've got some 1500 grit, and then I've got a piece of Scotch-Brite. You've got to get that stuff cleaned off, and you try to do it with the Scotch-Brite. Clean that stuff off. I'm gonna move this so I don't damage it and get it out of the way. It's smooth for the new wick. And if you have any kerosene down in here, kerosene's a really good cleaner for stuff like this. It does. And just scrub this real good. I'm gonna try the sandpaper and see how well it does. I've got like a coating of kerosene there. Let's break those burn deposits off. And you basically want to just make sure all this is nice and clean. So you just pop that off. You just take your Brillo pad or sandpaper and just rub around that. Take a rag and just wipe that. Wick on. You just figure out what side up it's going to be. You look up on here your model of heater, and then it's going to tell you what letter to put that on in this ring. You want that to be in the back. See those little spikes right there? What hold it all together. So, the video helps you out. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of future videos. Anything that you think I might know that I could help you out with, just comment below and let me know that. Where my wick needs to be from just past experiences, I'm going to go ahead and set it there. And then I'm going to put my hand inside here and we'll just work it around. I want it to be even all the way around though, so that way when it goes up and down, it goes up and down even and all together. Now this can be kind of tricky, so you just have to be patient. Basically put both your hands in there and just start snapping the wick into it, the little spikes, and then just work your way around. Make lines even all the way around. And then you want to back on to where it goes. Get started, and then you want to pull this back up and kind of slowly work that wick back down. Okay, now what we're going to do is put this in, put the knob on, and turn it all the way down as far as it'll go. Okay? As far as it'll go, all the way to the left. And then you pull this back out. You turn it a few times to the right, clockwise, and go ahead and crank it. Make sure that it's going to go up and down like it's supposed to. Okay, now it looks pretty good. Now you want to make sure that the cutoff switch is going to work. Hold this knob in and see how it goes all the way down like it's supposed to. Okay. Now we're going to put ring back on. Okay. And then we're going to put the collar back on. And when you do this, you don't want to bunch that. You don't want to really disturb that wick at all. So watch from the top. As you're putting it down, you don't want to bunch the top of that wick up inside of here. Okay. So just be careful. Watch what you're doing. Okay. Now these wires are to the igniter. We're going to go ahead and hook them back up. And the red one was on top. Okay, when you put the igniter in, you want to pull this lifts up your mantle, okay? This little lever right here. And when you take the old one off, it's going to go forward. It's going to go forward. But you need to pull that back, put your igniter in, and then let that go. And then before we get this all together, we're going to make sure the igniter is going to work. And there it goes. You see it glowing. And these wires here, you don't want these getting in the way of everything else, so it's easier to have the igniter than not. So now that everything's out of the way, the wing nuts are snug. We're gonna put the collar back on, and the wing nut holds this in too. Just pull this knob back off. Okay. And then you want to just slide this back in there. Keep back on. And then take the mantle and put it back in. And we're going to put this back on. It sits down in there. Okay, now we're going to put the knob back on. These two top screws, these are the last ones. So just kind of snug them up. And we want to put the tank back in. About 5 minutes. Let that new wick soak up that kerosene. And it is lit. So a couple of tips. Be careful, be patient, and keep track of your parts.